throw you like a sack, and then just embarrass you. I mean, he was good at it.
Coach Saban was also asked about the wide receiver position. Now the practice cranked up last Thursday. Now that John Minchie is
that's going to this is interesting. So interesting who they're going to be.
Well,
who's going to be the deal? Let's listen to what Coach Saban has.
Yeah, well, I think the guys are stepping up and doing a good job. Javon Baker's done a good job. Trayshawn Holden has done a good job. Ajay Hall is, making some good plays. I think those guys, look forward to the opportunity that they have, and they're doing the best they can to get prepared to try to be able to, help the team every way that they can. Corey has, been playing well for us. So, he's also, a guy that's continues to improve.
How about Baker, the first name out of the gate?
Listen, he was the best player in spring when Mitchie was hurt before Williams got here. He played in one game and caught 2 passes on 2 plays consecutively, one for 25 yards and one for the touchdown. I mean, it was about a 50 or 60-yard drive. He caught both passes, boom, boom. He's a dynamic player with special speed and skills. He's been in trouble. He's been hurt. Well, he was in the doghouse. I would say he's in official trouble. And it's interesting, Agave Hall's name came up there too. So he's been in the doghouse. I don't know for sure, and I said last week that I thought the Auburn quarterback was going to
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix was going to. I can't remember his name. He's already gone. Central Florida, and I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but there is some tie to him going to Oregon. Kenny Dillingham, his former offensive coordinator, is the offensive
and the defensive coordinator who had to play against him also is the head coach.
Yeah.
So anyway, interesting. And now I hear that Caleb Nix is looking at other schools, not going to Oregon. So I don't know if that was something they were looking at and it fell through or what happened. But anyway, I was wrong about that. So I don't, Agave Hall having, I think has not done everything you're supposed to do, obviously, and that's why he's been in the doghouse. And it's not football-wise totally. It's everything. I mean, they're not going to play you if they can't trust you to do the right things. And then they're going to limit what you do if they don't trust you. And I think you've seen that this year from a guy that played great last year in number 19. We don't have my
Billingsley.
Billingsley, yeah. So
the point spread has not changed for this game. Alabama remains a 13-point favorite over Cincinnati. Point spread has changed a little in the other semifinal game, and it honestly is going in a direction I didn't see it going. Georgia, a 9-point favorite over the Michigan Wolverines coming up on the 31st, and Kirby Smart was also made available today to the media and was asked a question about his defense against the Crimson Tide.
Kirby, when you look at Alabama's successful offensive game plan, is get rid of the football quick, a lot of that. What's the best way to defend that? And then how do you keep your defensive linemen not getting gassed as they appeared to be in the Bama game?
Well, you got to be in good shape. You got to be able to play more players. And there's a lot of times they didn't get rid of it quick. He held it. There's a lot of times that he was able to scramble and make plays, and a really good athlete. But, I mean, how do you stop it? You cover them, right? I mean, you have to be able to cover people. You have to be able to play people, man-to-man, whether it's man-matched or man-to-man. There's all kinds of different mans. But you got to be able to cover people. And that's a premium in all of football. You look across the NFL, and you got to be able to cover people. And at the end of the day, we got to do that. And you got to affect the quarterback, whether it's batted balls, sacks, scrambles, disguise. You got to be good at all those things. And that's not going to change regardless of who you play.
Yeah, it does. Bryce Young is as good as anybody I've seen when he does it. To looking upfield, he's as good as anybody in the NFL. When you look at upfield, I'm not saying that he's good and has the arm strength of some of the NFL players. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm saying is that he's as good as anybody I've ever seen at looking upfield and making plays as he's scrambling
and feeling pressure.
Yeah, I mean, and he's getting better, and that's the thing. And listen, Georgia can play better. There's no question about that. I think the speed of the game Georgia never caught up with. As fast as Alabama was going, as fast as he plays, as fast as he reads. But they will. I mean, if they do get a chance to play, and truthfully, I think the line's telling you they're begging people to bet on Michigan, so that tells you, to my mind, the way I do it is Georgia's going to win because I want to bet Michigan. So I think there is no better team out there for Georgia to match up against other than Michigan. Now, I think Michigan's really good. I do think they're really good. And just if it would have stayed at 6 or gone down, I'd say, whew, they're trying to get you to bet for Georgia. But
I was surprised to see that number go up.
So, anyway, I think that the Alabama-Cincinnati game will be a close game. I do. I don't think that Alabama will blow them up. I hope they do. I mean, I like those games when you can giggle in the third and fourth quarter. I mean, sit there and just laugh. And
the Myrtle Beach Bowl is just gone final. Tulsa, a winner over Old Dominion, 30-17 is that final score. So congratulations there to the Hurricanes for that bowl victory there in Myrtle Beach. Crimson Tide head football coach Nick Saban was also asked about his opponent coming up on New Year's Eve, and specifically the front seven defensively for the Bearcats.
They're very active. They're very aggressive. They're a good group. They play a 3-3 stack. They slide over to a 4-down, front sometimes. They plug a lot of backers. They have a lot of good pressures. They play a lot of man-to-man, but they change it up quite a bit. They play very well together as a team. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They fit the runs. They do the things they need to do to have success together as a group. And they got some very talented guys. They got a good secondary. They got some guys up front that can rush and have some quickness, and their linebackers are very good players. So all around, this is a really good defensive team.
Specifically, that secondary is something we talked about with Trevor Maddich and with Al Borges over the past couple of weeks, and that secondary was asked to Nick Saban as well.
Well, their two corners are long and they're good players. They play a lot of man-to-man. They've got good ball skills. They're good man-to-man players. They're aggressive in the way they play. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They're smart. They've got a lot of experience, even when they change it up and they play zone. And they're ball hawkers. They're all ball hawkers. Back there, they really attack the ball. They've got a lot of turnovers. So it's just, really a talented group.
Quite a bit of bowl games occurred over the weekend, beginning on Friday in the Bahamas, with Middle Tennessee grabbing a win over Toledo, 31-24. Coastal Carolina was 6 better than Northern Illinois, and congratulations to all the bowl winners, including Utah State, Liberty, Fresno State, Western Kentucky. How about them UAB Blazers beating BYU 31-28?
You can't ever count out Bill Clark.
You really can't. And the best for last, how about those Raging Cajuns and a win over Marshall? Tell me about that experience.
Oh, it's just fun to watch your children be that active in a game and then win. They've won 13 in a row. They tied Cincinnati with the most active wins. And to do that at Louisiana Lafayette and they're going to end up in the top 20. It's pretty. Wesley, was the active defense coordinator game, he's won 3 conference championships at 3 different places. He's won a lot more than 3 because he was at Alabama.
Yeah.
I think he has 9 total. Something.
How many rings does he have?
It's a ridiculous amount of rings. You can't even count them. Because they all, he got national championships. And some of the years they didn't win the Southeastern Conference. In other years they won the Southeastern Conference. They didn't win the championship.
Yeah.
So, and then Connor's won conference championship at 4 different schools now, which is just amazing. At Conference USA and then now Sun Belt. And then they've never lost I think Wesley's lost and Connor both lost one bowl game, something crazy like that. So it's something to be proud of, and very happy for them, and hopefully, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they'll be able to keep their positions there. That's not 100% though.
There is a doubleheader in football, the NFL, going on today due to all the changes with COVID, and I certainly know what Tom Abraham's doing right now. He is parked in front of a television watching the NFL Network as his Browns are down to the Raiders 10-0 right before halftime.
Boy, this is a wild weekend. I mean,
we got a doubleheader tomorrow.
Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit
wins, beats the Cardinals of all things.
Yeah.
Then you have the Saints shut out the Bucks.
That was weird.
I mean, yeah. So it's upset Sunday in the NFL, and a lot of good teams lost. That's for sure.
Your first SEC Bowl action comes up on Wednesday, the 22nd, in the Armed Forces Bowl between Missouri and Army. We'll have that coverage for you right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. In fact, Crawdad will count you down to kickoff.
Is he okay?
Is Crawdad okay?
Yeah.
We may need to do a wellness check.
Yeah, wellness check on Crawdad.
Currently,
I've seen many of his posts, and all they say is, "Well, we might not have won the game, but," and he attacks Navy. We know how to spell.
Army a 5-point favorite over Mizzou. Incidentally, Missouri heading into the game. There are almost 130 Division I football teams. Missouri's rushing defense in the nation.
It's worse, has to be.
121. 121. So they're going to get tested mightily there with Army coming up on Wednesday.
Well, going back to the Alabama game and Cincinnati, I think the key is can they control Jamison Williams? Even though they talk about, and there'll be somebody step up. Javon Baker could be a difference maker in this game if he's able to play. And for Coach Saban to say his name,
right out of the gate, too.
That's good. But they have plenty of talent at wide receiver. You worry if they get in a close game, how they're going to perform because they don't have a lot of – these guys obviously are good, the corners especially. They're going to be blitzing. They are. They're going to be doing everything Texas A&M did, everything Auburn did. The two teams that had success, they're going to be doing it. They're undersized. I think the key to beating the 3-3 teams is running the ball on them because you can put them and pushing them back and picking up the linebackers. As he says, they plug a lot. That means they're coming from the get-go. Arkansas did it a bunch. Yeah. Alabama was able to catch them and throw touchdown passes. Can that corner cover Jamison Williams? Or will they even try? Will they bracket Jamison Williams and put him on somebody else? Meaning double-team Jamison Williams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nobody's been able to do it because you can't do anything when a guy can run by both of you.
Yeah.
And that's been the big thing. And Bryce Young has gotten where he looks like he's handing the ball off to him and throwing it 60 yards. So if Alabama can give him time, that's the key. Jamison Williams over 100 yards, have somebody else step up and make plays, and Alabama be able to run the ball. We might be giggling and laughing in the third and fourth quarter. If not, it's going. We all might be.
Parker.
We'll have our clothes inside out praying.
Before we take our first time out, Bama Bino is holding patiently on line one. How are you, Bama Bino?
I'm doing fine. I just wanted to tell you guys happy Merry Christmas, and I think a lot of you guys. I just wanted to let you know I was thinking of you.
Appreciate that,
Thank
Bama
you.
Bino. Likewise, Merry Christmas to you and your family as well.
Wes, what was going on at the Winfrey Hotel? My buddy Carl Carter, he kept sending me pictures of Judge. Did they have some kind of?
They had, So Kerry Good was there. I knew that Dabo was there. I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was, but I saw the same pictures, but I was busy today, didn't have time to it was some kind of honoring thing, and I don't know if it was for just African-American athletes or something, but I didn't get to dwell in it much. But a lot of my old friends were there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
My old friends, my current friends too. But
Yeah.
I know Walter Lewis was there. I talked to Walter. He's one of my close friends, confidants, really.
Yeah. Y'all were
he's my confidant. I run things by him more than he runs things by me.
Really?
Oh, Walter Lewis is one of the sharpest, most intelligent people I've ever known.
Yeah.
A great common sense guy too.
Charles was just down there. He wanted to take his granddaughter down there and just let her shop for Christmas, and then they just stay there. Didn't have to get out.
Right.
I've seen people he knew, and he was playing college ball about y'all's time, but he played at Joliet College and then played at UNA. Charles did. That's Marcus's daddy, and they're good friends of mine, real good friends. I see them daily usually. And but he didn't know some of them, name because he knew their face. But when they did watch it, television wasn't as prominent in the early '80s as it is now. And of course, he's followed it since then, but he don't get to see a lot of them like Jesse Benders. He sent me a picture of him one time, and I said, that's got to be him. And anyway, I was just wondering why you wasn't there. I figured you'd have been there.
I didn't get invited to that. I'm not that I know of, anyway.
It must have been under 300-pound club or something.
Yeah. Well, they looked like some of them might have been. They didn't weigh him, that's for sure, before they got there.
They didn't weigh what they did.
Yeah.
30, 40 years
Woody McCorvey was there.
Woody was there. I mean, there were some really good top people there.
Yeah, Trent Richardson, Greg Byrne, Walter Lewis,
What was
Dabo
it?
Sweeney. I'm friends with Kerry on Facebook, and he posted yesterday afternoon. Had a great night honoring all the great players that made it possible for me to attend the University of Alabama. So that's the post yesterday from Kerry Good.
It's good that Dabo was
come
there.
see you guys. Y'all gonna do any shows like the things on Furniture Factory when they do karaoke one night or something?
So,
I don't think we do karaoke. They don't do karaoke while we're on the air. That'd be kind of hard.
Not while we're on the air. They do karaoke on Tuesdays after we're done.
At the Furniture
That's what
Factory,
I'm
yeah.
thinking. Well, I'll try to come do y'all a Bell Taylor, so I do the Eagles, but anyway. I love you guys, and
Merry Christmas to you, Bama Bino.
Thanks, Bama Bino.
Appreciate it. Yeah, this is our only show of the week. We are on next week. In fact, we're on next Wednesday. We will have coverage of the Huntsville City Classic coming up Monday, Tuesday, and then on next Wednesday, Championship Day, that'll be a stream-only event due to the fact that we've got Alabama basketball, but before that, the Crimson Tide Sports Network is also, they've got a special college football preview show for you next Wednesday as well, but we'll precede into that from 5 to 6:30 next Wednesday. So we're not completely done with 2021, but this is our only show right here this week. So if you want to hop aboard, feel free to do so.
Tomorrow, having the Christmas party at Nick's.
We sure are.
It's going to be big time.
We sure are. Maybe that'll be our wellness check on Crawdad tomorrow. Let's take our first time out. Phone lines open to you at 256-576-4977.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
There are not many things as satisfying as going through an ordering checklist of specific options and features and then taking delivery of your dream truck or SUV. Hey, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and we make it easy to custom order your new Ford today and get exactly what you want. Go to WoodyAndersonFord.com and see how easy it is. Not only is there no extra cost for the custom order, but you'll get $1,000 off MSRP on top of any additional factory rebates on a 2021 F-150, Explorer, Ranger, Expedition, Escape, and even Edge. With a custom order at Woody Anderson Ford, you get the colors, the features, and the options you want, and you'll be notified when it's built, shipped, and ready for delivery. It's most likely the second largest investment you'll ever make, so why settle? Get your dream car or truck with a custom factory order today and get $1,000 off MSRP. See how at WoodyAndersonFord.com or at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
In today's real estate market, you need the right professionals to help make sure your home purchase is smooth and hassle-free. That's where Jacob Title comes in. Stan McDonald and the staff at Jacob Title cater to the realtor and clients who are looking for a top-flight closing experience. Jacob Title uses the latest and best technologies to ensure a safe and secure exchange of funds, and they pride themselves on great communication well before and during the real estate closing process. Jacob Title in Huntsville and Madison, and online at jacobtitle.com.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked their reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
Mark and Henry McDaniel, attorneys at law, are proud alumni of Madison Academy, and Madison Academy is proud of them. They have served our community through their practice, through volunteerism and service on national, state, and local boards. They explain the complexity of critical court rulings on local media. Their successful practice has been built on integrity. Both are veterans of MA Athletics and proud sponsors of Mustang football. McDaniel and McDaniel, attorneys at law. No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by the lawyer.
I'm Chris Haygood at Bob Wallace Appliance.
Hey, Dad, if someone gets an appliance for Christmas, how will Santa get it down the chimney?
Magic.
Madeline, part of the magic of the season is our chance to get together again. More often than not, those gatherings will be in the kitchen. Look for holiday savings on the best brands you already know and trust, like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Maytag.
Santa's gonna need some help delivering those.
That's what we're here for.
Huntsville, Florence, and Coleman.
Bob Wallace Appliance.
Everybody knows the fun begins when you get to the end zone, where you can enjoy half-price apps every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, half-price burgers every Tuesday, plus late-night pizza specials and a spectacular menu that includes jumbo wings, half-pound burgers, Tex-Mex, and an incredible selection of craft beer, and plenty of big-screen TVs. It's all happening at the end zone, 1851 University Drive, 2030 Cecil Ashburn at Jones Valley Station, and coming in early 2022, Mid-City End Zone at 1115 McMurtry next to the Target Shopping Center.
Electric cars are coming faster than you think, and that's why we're bringing SEMA Connect to Alabama.
Our team educates you and helps provide a long-term plan for your business. Where to put them, how to get them there, how to pay for them, tax incentives, service, and monitoring. We take care of everything.
Doing the right thing means bringing EV car chargers to Alabama. Let us help you with your EV charging plan.
This segment of The Drive is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, located online at woodyandersonford.com with 2 locations, Hughes Road in Madison and Jordan Lane in Huntsville.
Back here in the showroom at Woody Anderson Ford. We're here till 6 o'clock. Shortened show today, so just 30 more minutes of our program, but we're happy to be here at Woody Anderson Ford. Not only can you order that Bronco, pick up your Bronco, but you can also get some Bronco gear
Tons
as well.
of Bronco gear, yeah.
And they've got a little bit of everything. I saw some Yeti coolers over there. I saw some floor mats. I saw some pullover hoodies as well, all here inside the showroom, no less, here at Woody Anderson Ford. So check it out. Bowl season has already begun, as I've mentioned. In fact, let's see here. I see the MAC is 0-3 overall in bowl action. Independents are 1-1. Conference USA 3-3. The American Athletic Conference is 1-0,
which bodes well for Cincinnati.
Now there's a total of 7 American Conference schools that are bowling. The double-digit schools. Conference-wise, well, there's only 2 conferences that are sending double-digit teams to bowl games this year. The Southeastern Conference is sending 13 schools to bowl games. The ACC is sending 10.
That's hard to believe.
I would have gone like Big Ten in my head.
I was thinking Big Ten also.
So
I wonder what I bet the ACC ends up with a losing record, though.
So let's see here. Matchup-wise, you get Boston College against Eastern Carolina. That's the Military Bowl. Then Louisville takes on Air Force. NC State takes on UCLA. Virginia takes on SMU. Virginia Tech takes on Maryland. That's the Pinstripe Bowl. Then it's Clemson, Iowa State, North Carolina, South Carolina. There's a Duke's Mayo Bowl. I don't know if you're not on Twitter. The folks at the Duke's Mayo Bowl want the winning team, instead of a Gatorade bath, to have a Mayo bath.
My God.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Pitt in Michigan State. That is the Peach Bowl. Of course, Pitt playing without Kenny Pickett, who has declared himself 100% getting ready for the NFL draft. So he is out. And then Michigan State's tailback is also not playing in that game as well. So a lot of luster off of this year's Peach Bowl. Wake Forest and Texas A&M in the Gator Bowl. That's another SEC, ACC matchup. And then Miami and Washington State, the Sun Bowl. Those are your matchups in the ACC. A couple of them crossed over with the SEC, and we've already mentioned that Missouri and Army square off on Wednesday. That'll be followed by Florida taking on UCF as the Fighting Gus Malzahns get a little taste of the Gators. I guess this would be the best time for Florida, Central Florida, to play Florida there in a transition. Auburn takes on Houston in the Birmingham Bowl. That comes up on next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. And Birmingham, Mississippi State and Texas Tech in the Liberty Bowl. South Carolina, North Carolina, I've already mentioned. Tennessee and Purdue in the Music City Bowl. Texas A&M and Wake Forest in the Gator Bowl. Then Bama, Cincinnati, we all know about that one. Georgia, Michigan, the other half of the college football playoff. The other matchups that will take place now on January 1, Arkansas, Penn State. That is in the Outback Bowl. Kentucky, Iowa in the Citrus Bowl. Ole Miss, Baylor in the Sugar Bowl. And LSU and Kansas State in the Texas Bowl. That is on Tuesday, January the 4th. As we get, I wish bowls were spread out a little bit more, so it's not just that long lull before we get the national championship game. Anyway, Kirby Smart was asked about his quarterback position getting ready for Michigan.
Kirby, when you look at Alabama's success,
I've already played that one. Let's try it again.
As far as JT and Stetson goes, I mean, is JT getting any reps at all with the ones, and kind of how is that working out during warm-ups for this game?
Yeah, we don't disclose that information. We just talk about the guys that are doing their job, and all four of those guys have done a tremendous job working with us. Brock's been giving us a great picture down on the scout team end, and JT and Stetson are both really doing a good job of simulating the offense that Monken wants to do. And like I talk about all the time, we're going to play the guy that gives us the best chance to win. And I'm really proud of the way both those guys have practiced. We've done I guess 4 or 5 camp-type practices and 2 really focused on Michigan-type practices. And both guys, Stetson and JT, have been really good in terms of locked in and focused on what we need to focus on.
That is Kirby Smart. We've already played quite a bit from Nick Saban. Coach Saban did have an update, or did he, on Christopher Allen?
Well, I said there was no injury updates. You know, Chris Allen is doing what he can do. And it's a tough rehab for the injury that he has. And I think everybody's doing a really good job of trying to help him get to where he'd like to be and where he needs to be. But that's, still pretty much up in the air.
There you go. The update is there is no update. There from Nick Saban.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised at this point if he played.
A few more.
But I was wrong about everybody last year. Everybody played. And Waddle was limping as bad as I've ever seen anybody play and still be effective. Very effective, literally. It's crazy.
Just a couple more sound bites. One about Bryce Young, but the first up, Nick Saban was asked about treating this like a business trip, but also wanting his kids to have some fun as well.
Well, look, we want our players to have fun. We want them to have fun in practice. We want to have them fun in the game. But we also want them to, get the kind of rest, take care of themselves, don't put themselves in positions where it could be a detriment to their brand or to their ability to get ready and perform in the game. And, we're going to be there for a while. I want the players to enjoy themselves, but I also want them to be smart about how they take care of themselves. And that's all part, of, this being a business trip. And most of the time, their willingness to do that is pretty much says, what they're committed to and how important it is to them. And because it becomes a priority for them to play well in the game. But I usually let the players decide, what the curfews are and, that type of thing.
You ever get that opportunity?
They never gave us a choice. Obviously it works, though.
Clearly. I just that little nugget of information at the tail end of it was something I hadn't heard, that the leadership committee, I guess, takes front and center on that. Yes.
I mean, I was surprised when he said that, kind of. But, a lot of those guys, a lot of the leadership committee kicks people off or keeps them based on what they were doing and who's bad for the team, who's good for the team. And they let them decide a lot of that stuff, which it must work.
So if you've followed this program for any length of time, you do know I try to go out of my way to listen to a handful of coaches in their press conferences. I heard something today I've never heard from Bill Belichick. Zero.
He apologized.
How about that? I'll
just start off here. Look, fellas, I apologize if, I seemed like I was a little short with you after the game. Obviously a frustrating game, down 20-0, didn't do anything well enough. I mean, there isn't really much to say at that point without watching the film. Clearly we had problems in every area, so, there was no simple answer, and, every play could have been better, every area of coaching could have been better, every area of playing could have been better, and any of that would have helped. So, not really trying to be short, but honestly, there wasn't too much to say. I don't know that there's a whole lot more to say now, but, it's not your fault. It was a frustrating game.
How about that? Who is that?
There are a lot of people had frustrating games.
Who is this?
That's the evil emperor.
Man, kinder, gentler.
I don't think he didn't sound anything kinder, gentler. He must have been threatened with a fine. That's all I can figure. I mean, Brady went off and yelled at the other defensive coordinator, which makes me wonder, what would you yell at the other defensive coordinator?
Does make you wonder. But
those guys are such competitors. I get it. You don't want to talk to the last people you want to talk to the press is the press.
Right
after a game, they're going to ask the stupidest questions in the world to try to make you mad. I mean, it's just something you just have to do.
Why didn't that work, Coach?
There's not like they say, hey, let's go out there and not score anything for 4 quarters, and then, I think he's really frustrated because at the end they put him kind of in a position to be competitive in the game, and then his defense just got run up on for a big long play, and that was the icing on the cake. They had played bad all day in every aspect of the game, and they finally get something going, and that's to him that's inexcusable. A long touchdown pass, is bad, but when they run it right at you and run off tackle, and he runs for 60, for 70 for a touchdown, that was the icing on the cake for him that day.
Did you see the Packers-Ravens game?
I did not, but I heard it was very entertaining.
Wow. I mean, I started panning around because I didn't think this game's over with. But sure enough, with a backup quarterback, the Ravens scored a couple of touchdowns and went for 2 and tried to go for the victory. Didn't get it. I love the call. Love the call by Coach Harbaugh with a backup quarterback. But the Packers survive a scare there on the road, 31-30 in that contest. But it was just a wildly entertaining football game. And there for a while also yesterday, I thought the Dolphins were going to lose to the Jets. But they did come back and score 14 points in the fourth quarter and come from behind to defeat the Jets 31-24. Miami is now 7-7 on the year. Don't look now.
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah, those Dolphins are in the thick of it. Team not in the thick of it are the Atlanta Falcons.
They are in the thick of it, all right.
Yeah, they're in the thick of getting ready for 2022 as they looked awful. I mean, just awful at San Francisco. 31-13 was that final score. Bengals and Broncos, that felt that was a tough game to watch when I was panning through yesterday. But Bengals survive and advance, I guess, and the Inept Bowl goes to the Houston Texans as they down the Jacksonville Jaguars 30-16 was that final score. But maybe the best game of the weekend so far. Raiders are incidentally still blanking the Browns. They just started the third quarter there. It is 10-0. The Las Vegas Raiders, who are 6-7, are blanking the Browns on their home field 10-0 at the moment. Later on tonight, it's Vikings at Bears, and then tomorrow you got Seahawks, Rams, and then the Washington football team in Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. So, whole lot of NFL football spread out due to COVID-19 reasons, but it's maybe the most entertaining game was last Thursday, the overtime win for Kansas City against the Los Angeles Chargers, 34-28. That was an amazing game to watch last Thursday. I don't know if you had an opportunity to watch that one, but it was Kansas City getting their 10th win, avoiding the sweep that the Chargers could have had, and then the Chargers had an opportunity to take control of the West, but did not seize that opportunity as Patrick Mahomes does Patrick Mahomes things yet again.
Well, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is, they started doing different stuff. They started just playing really 3 deep zone on him for a while. Now they've gotten back away from that. Deep.
He's running. He's every time.
Maybe he's better. His ankle's better, and they've been able to.
He looked pretty darn sporty on Thursday night.
He's a player, though, no question.
Let's take our final time out. Final call for phone calls for the week as we're live here at Woody Anderson Ford.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Ann Adams with Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate is the one name to know if you're buying or selling real estate. With years of local experience, Ann Adams offers buyers in-depth knowledge of the local housing market and will narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in so you can save time when shopping for your new home. If you're ready to sell, Ann offers a seamless process using accurate pricing and expert negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair price for your home. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or log on bhhsriserealestate.com.
What can you expect when you shop for a firearm at Bullet & Barrel? Expect great prices. We specialize in quality over quantity. Expect great service. Our professional sales staff is never pushy. We won't talk you into something that doesn't fit your needs. You have the right to make a smart, informed decision. Expect Bullet & Barrel, Alabama's only 5-star indoor shooting range, to support you after the sale. Bullet & Barrel, 3252 Lehman Ferry Road. Like or follow us on Facebook. Come see us soon.
Valley, Equipment Rental. Pretty self-explanatory name, no? Tom Abraham here. And look, Valley Equipment Rental is all over the Tennessee Valley, and they rent equipment, all kinds of equipment, and not just to the contractors out there, but to you, the general public, as well. Need a skid steer or an excavator? Well, they've got over 40 units to make sure they've got one for you. From huge boom lifts to miscellaneous hand tools, it's at Valley Equipment Rental on the South Parkway. And soon, they'll have a second location to handle even more equipment. More on that to come.
Take your taste buds back in time with a trip to the all-new Bubby's Diner, offering a variety of mouth-watering food from delicious starters to 50s-style diner food and meat-and-three meals, featuring owner and Huntsville native Chris Bubby Belcher's family's homemade recipes. Open Monday through Saturday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at 8412 Whitesburg Drive in the former Gibson's Barbecue. Drive-in, drive-through, carry-out, or curbside pickup with delivery coming soon through Grub South. Bubby's Diner, home of the Donut Burger.
Hi, everybody. Eli Gold here. Right now, indoor air quality occupies top-of-mind awareness for families and business owners. Rick Smith and the trusted professionals at Environmental Comfort Systems can take care of your indoor air quality concerns with their state-of-the-art indoor air quality solutions. Environmental Comfort's indoor air quality systems remove 99.9% of airborne contaminants so you and your family can breathe clean, fresh air. If anyone in your family suffers from allergies, or if you just want the security of knowing the air you breathe inside your home is free from viruses, bacteria, pet dander, dust, and odors, Environmental Comfort Systems are the professionals to call. Environmental Comfort also carries state-of-the-art, high-efficiency comfort systems that increase home comfort, keep humidity in check, and help you save money on your energy bills. Give my friend Rick a call or visit them online at envcomfort.com and breathe cleaner air today. Environmental Comfort Systems, Alabama license number 92314.
There are not many things as satisfying as going through an ordering checklist of specific options and features and then taking delivery of your dream truck or SUV. Hey, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and we make it easy to custom order your new Ford today and get exactly what you want. Go to WoodyAndersonFord.com and see how easy it is. Not only is there no extra cost for the custom order, but you'll get $1,000 off MSRP on top of any additional factory rebates on a 2021 F-150, Explorer, Ranger, Expedition, Escape, and even Edge. With a custom order at Woody Anderson Ford, you get the colors, the features, and the options you want, and you'll be notified when it's built, shipped, and ready for delivery. It's most likely the second largest investment you'll ever make, so why settle? Get your dream car or truck with a custom factory order today and get $1,000 off MSRP. See how at WoodyAndersonFord.com or at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
When you needed your mom, she was always there with the Vicks Vapor Rub. She used that soothing scent to calm you. And her mom used it to calm her. And her mom, well, you get the idea. Vicks Vapor Rub's always been there. It always made you feel better. And today, it still does. Bring back those childhood memories with the comfort and care only Vicks Vapor Rub can bring. Vicks Vapor Rub, family tradition for a reason.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Emily Owen. For this Monday, expect a partly cloudy sky. High temperatures will be topping out in the lower 50s for the afternoon. And for your Monday night, expect mostly clouds. Low temperatures will be falling into the mid to upper 30s for the overnight. I'm meteorologist Emily Owen on your home for ESPN Radio 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
From 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Let's party!
Final call for phone calls as we are going to wrap up the week. Incidentally, schedule-wise, coming up for you here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Coming up in 10 minutes, it will be Hey Coach, the Nate Oates Show, as they get you set for Alabama basketball as they survived a scare over the weekend with the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State. That was a very entertaining game to listen to from Chris and Mr. Brian Past Inc. as well from the Crimson Tide Sports Network. They'll get ready for Davison tomorrow, as Colorado State had to back out due to COVID-19 reasons, and now Davison will take on Alabama. That will be in Birmingham tomorrow evening, but that coverage starts at 5 o'clock, hence why we are not on. Tomorrow afternoon, though, if you want to listen to the Idaho Potato Bowl, that is going to be over on Zone 2. On Wednesday, Crawdad will be front and center right here, and his cronies to get you ready for Army Black Knight football as Army takes on Missouri in the Armed Forces Bowl, 6:30 for that pregame, and you can hear it right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Then we will have the Hawaii Bowl. I'm still waiting my invite from ESPN to co-cover that game, but that is Friday night.
Usually there's you and one other person at the game. Anyway.
I'd be all for covering that game.
Yeah, it's a fun bowl game.
It is Friday night. You'll be able to listen to that right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
And they give you a wood bowl if you win it.
Really? A wood bowl?
Yeah. I played against a guy. He was really good. We played USC back then when they didn't have 100 bowl games. We could have gone to the Citrus Bowl. We chose, our seniors chose to go to.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, we had a good time. It was fun. We played USC. They had a really good team. And a lot of NFL guys on the team. Their record wasn't as good as ours, but they had a good Rodney Pete. They had some really good players. Anyway, we had a blast. And we won the game, which is
even
key.
better.
Yeah, even though Coach Perkins threatened to kill us at halftime. Basically what he said. He says it'll be the worst offseason you've ever seen in your life, quote unquote.
Christmas Day, we've got an NBA doubleheader for you with Golden State at Phoenix. That'll be followed by the Brooklyn Nets at the Lakers on Christmas Day. Then day after Christmas, we'll have the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be followed by a team that does win, and that is the Huntsville Havoc. As the Havoc take on the Macon Mayhem, I'll have that play-by-play beginning just before 5 o'clock. Scott Tyson and myself, maybe Scott Tyson. I think it's still up in the air with Scott because we're all getting ready a week from today for the Huntsville City Classic, brought to you by Huntsville Hospital Sports Center and TOC. We are the home of the 39th annual Huntsville City Classic, and proud to once again be front and center over there at Huntsville High, beginning at 9 a.m. with Sparkman and Columbia, bright and early, and that's an all-day affair Monday, an all-day affair on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we will have the championship game, but that championship game for the Huntsville City Classic is going to be a stream event, which means you need to download our app. It is on Zone 2, but we'll be on that same day to help preview that championship game. I'll be on with Wes to get you ready for Alabama-Tennessee that night, as well as the Crimson Tide Sports Network's coverage of the college football playoff show as well that starts at 6:30. So that is what is on tap. We will have shows tomorrow morning and midday as Talking Ball. It'll be Scott Tyson and Rocco over at 19. He is subbing in for Jordy Arman, who is on the road with the Huntsville basketball team. And then Tom Abraham will help us close out the week with some local shows. But Crawdad will be right here in this time slot on Wednesday from 5 to 6:30. So that's what's going on here. We hope everybody travels safely out there and hope everybody gets what they want. And if you don't, then come on down here to Woody Anderson Ford and hook yourself up with a gift that you will always remember right here at Woody Anderson Ford. Joe is on line one. How are you, Joe?
Doing great, Steve. I just want to wish y'all a blessed Christmas. Wes, Steve, your families.
Appreciate
the
that.
rest of your crew.
Same to you, for sure.
Yeah, thank you, Wes. The rest of the crew, Scott, Chad, Judy Armand and Tom Abraham. So that's really all I got, guys.
Appreciate that, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you so much.
You have a great holiday season.
For calling in. And
he didn't say anything about the troll, and I don't blame him.
He didn't say anything about Smokey Mike either.
He probably hadn't met Smokey Mike yet.
So there you go.
Thanks, Joe.
I really appreciate that, Joe. Point spread wise, are there some numbers moving? North Carolina, South Carolina game has moved a little bit. In fact, it's moved quite a bit. The Tar Heels out of the gate were a 5.5-point favorite. They are now a 9-point favorite over South Carolina coming up on the 30th. Another line that has just moved is a game on Thursday as Miami of Ohio is a 2.5-point favorite now over North Texas. That opened up as a 4.5-point favorite for Miami of Ohio. So